Welcome back everyone, my name is Danny Burke, and almost every single day, a lot of you guys watching this are doing something incorrectly. Most of the time, we're probably not even aware of it. So, here for you is the top 10 everyday things you're doing wrong. Is it only one of these things that applies to you, or is it all 10 of them perhaps? Let's find out as we jump into our number 10, breathing. Now I know what you're thinking. Come on, I can't seriously be breathing incorrectly. Surely we're all experts at breathing, right? Well yes, I'm sure you can breathe very well, but most of us breathe through our chest. This habit actually uses less of your lungs, which gives you less oxygen, and you end up breathing faster than you actually need to. Apparently, you should be doing something called abdominal breathing instead. I know you can do it because you used to do it when you were a baby. Hold your chest still, like this, breathe in and try and inflate your stomach all the way, and then when it's totally full, breathe out, but try to keep your abdominal muscles held in place. This method over time will strengthen your diaphragm, giving you more oxygen per breath. Sounds good, doesn't it? But the downside is I've now made you aware that you are breathing manually. And you can't stop thinking about it. Sorry. Okay, next up at number 9, we have sleeping. You guys probably get between, I don't know, 6 to 9 hours of sleep a night, but one thing I bet you all have in common is that it's usually in one uninterrupted block, and you normally don't wake up until the morning. Well, research has shown that this might not be the natural human way to sleep. You should actually be sleeping in 2 separate chunks. Studies have shown that if you put people in 14 hours of darkness a day, they will have a first sleep of 4 hours, then they'll wake up for about an hour or 2 and then go back to sleep again for another 4 hours. There are countless historic accounts that often talk of people having first or second sleeps hundreds of years ago. Now it seems that this all started to disappear in Western society with the rise of modern urban living in the 19th century. So next time you wake up in the middle of the night and panic because you can't get back to sleep, chill out, might just be the natural way. Coming in at number 8, now we have putting on deodorant. We all sweat, it's perfectly natural, but nobody likes to smell, so every morning hundreds of millions of people put on deodorant. But apparently, if you want maximum effectiveness, you should be doing it before you go to bed. The active ingredients in deodorant take a while to get to work on your pores, and there's a good chance that you'll already have been sweating a lot in the morning before the deodorant even gets a chance to kick in. It will end up just kind of washing away in sweat. The solution is apparently putting it on the night before. That means that by the time you wake up, your deodorant has already been awake for hours and is ready to stop you from smelling. Thanks deodorant, you are the best. Alright, moving on to number 7 now. We have drinking too much water. These days I see so many people in my life with a bottle of water nearby for almost the whole day. Because we all know you should be drinking 8 glasses of water a day, right? Wrong. Turns out this is just a myth that's been peddled by a lot of drinks companies and people who want us to drink more, and it's been picked up by some actual medical groups without any real evidence at all. Studies have found that a lot of people in the West have an almost obsessive need to have water nearby at all times and end up drinking too much as a result. Now obviously we should all stay hydrated, especially if it's hot, but most people don't realise we get a lot of water from things like fruits and vegetables and juices already. The general rule here is drink when you're thirsty, or if you really want a round number, 1.5 to 2 litres should be good. That's about 3.5 pints. Next up at number 6 we have brushing your teeth. Most people brush their teeth incorrectly. Some people brush too much. Experts say that you shouldn't be brushing your teeth more than about 3 times a day, and that when you do, don't brush hard. A lot of us seem to think that the harder we brush, the cleaner our teeth will be. Well, it turns out that brushing hard doesn't necessarily kill bacteria, but it does completely ruin your enamel, the protective layer on the outside of your teeth. Once that goes, it's gone forever, and the bacteria will be throwing a huge celebration. Also, how long have you had the toothbrush that you have right now? Experts say that you should really be changing it every 3 or 4 months, so if it looks like a toilet brush, chuck it out. Coming in at number 5 now, pronouncing words. Now obviously we don't all pronounce every word incorrectly, but there are some quite common words that a lot of us do get wrong. It's mischievous, not mischievous. People still say espresso instead of espresso, nuclear instead of nuclear. When I was looking at words for this one, I realized I've been saying February instead of February, and also etc. instead of et etc. The list goes on and it's different for everyone, but it's fair to say that most people have been pronouncing words wrongly. I was kidding there, or was I? Okay, moving on to number 4 now, we have going for a poo. I honestly thought of like 10 different ways to try and say this one, but yeah, I'm going with going for a poo. We all do it, but it turns out that most of us have been doing it wrong. You shouldn't really be sitting, you should be squatting, at least according to nature that is. When you sit on the toilet to do your business, you push waste through your lower gut, but because of how you're sitting, it has a kink in it, which means you kind of have to force it around a bend. However, when you squat, your lower gut gets straightened out, there's no kink, and your waste has a nice clear straight passage to leaving your body. As well as being easier on your body, one study even found this method is 60% faster than sitting. Now you know this, will you guys be changing your toilet habits? I'm not sure, I think most people probably won't, but hey, if you ever need to rush a trip to the toilet, just get your squat on. Coming in at number 3 now, we have washing your hands. How long do you spend washing your paws? 10? Maybe 15 seconds under the tap? Well, sorry to be that guy yet again, but scientists say that isn't very effective at keeping your hands bacteria free. Experts at Glasgow Caledonian University conducted a study and they came up with a 6-step technique for people who really want to kill those germs. It's quite a detailed list for something as simple as washing your hands, but here it is guys. If you feel like you want to up your hand washing game. To be fair, they developed this technique by studying doctors and nurses who obviously need to keep very clean hands, and not all of us need to be that clean, but who doesn't love clean hands? What a strange question. Moving on to number 2 now, we have showering every day. A lot of people out there have a shower or a bath every single day. It seems like the right thing to do, right? You want to keep bacteria away and stay nice and clean. Well, yes, obviously that's good, but science says that cleaning every single day might not be the best thing for your body. You see, the outermost layer of your skin is called the stratum corneum, which is Latin for the horny layer. No laughing. Anyway, this layer is your natural barrier to protect you from infection, and if you take hot water and soap to it every single day, you're gonna strip it away and dehydrate it. Apparently skipping a showering day here or there gives your horny layer, don't laugh, a chance to repair, hydrate, and keep on protecting you. Thank you, horny layer. And finally now, at number 1, we have sitting. Now I know these are starting to sound ridiculous, aren't they? Like, how can we be messing up the act of sitting down? Surely that's just easy. Well, a lot of us spend many hours of our days sitting in chairs at a right angle with our backs up and straight. The problem is that when you give your back support like this, your muscles relax and you put all of that weight onto your spine. Over time, this can lead to quite serious back problems. So, how should we be doing it? Well, some people use backless chairs, others use standing desks, but for a lot of us, that's not really practical. The best you can really do in a normal office chair and desk is to keep your hips far back in the chair, make sure your feet are flat and your legs are at a 90-degree angle, and your chair should be at a slight angle leaning back. Sound like an air hostess. Well, judging by that list, it seems like I've been doing a lot of everyday things incorrectly. What about you guys though? How many of these apply to you? And more importantly, I want to know, are any of you going to change your habits now? Personally, if squatting over the toilet is the right way to do things, then I don't want to be right. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm Danny Burke, and I'll see all of you guys in the next video.